So I don't know. Like yesterday, I was feeling very bad with the news of Brandon Cooks going down with the infection, and then just finding out, already I knew we weren't gonna go for it, but the front office is saying no, don't even think about Devontae Adams. But today's a new day. I slept on it. I have a great feeling that Ryan Flournoy is going to be great, and I think he's going to unlock this offense. Stay tuned, man. Listen, I believe Ryan Flournoy is going to unlock this offense. Why I believe that? First of all, Brandon Cooks he's been struggling this year. Besides the Browns game when he accelerated for that corner route, he's pretty much not. He's been a non-factor, and not because we're using him wrong. I don't know what's McCarthy. McCarthy is folding under pressure, etc. But here's why I believe this. And you don't want to see guys get hurt, but I feel like this can be a great sign for us. Why? We have upgraded Flournoy, and in my opinion, he needs to come in and immediately jump Jalen Brooks and take his reps. Why I believe that? I believe Flournoy can be what we've been missing on the outside. Think about it. He has the body frame. He has the intangibles. I just like him as a blocker coming in. First of all, he can improve this run game. Look, I think the casual eye don't believe in this run game. They're not watching the film. They don't see it because these runs are not, busting for like 8 to 15 yards. But what people don't understand is the offensive line is responsible for the 3 to 7 yard gains, 3 to 7 yard gains. But the blocking downfield, the wide receivers are responsible for the 8 to 30 yard gains. That's how these teams, the Niners and everything like that, that's how they have long runs right there. They have wide receivers who could come in and block. I don't believe we had the receivers that were physically even capable of blocking. No, I'm just talking about the blocking aspect. But let's talk about the passing game. Why? That's not the only reason why I believe this offense could be unlocked. I believe this offense can be unlocked. CD can finally truly move around. Let's be honest, y'all. CD is not just a wideout. He is a slot, and he can really work in the slot. And I think we can really see it this game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers got cooked with the Josh Downs and Flacco connection. The middle of the field and finding zones in his defense. Look, McCarthy, if you're going to keep running these damn curls and these comebacks and these stop routes, I feel like we need a change at least and not running it with Cooks. Let's get a bigger body receiver and somebody who actually can do that. Tolbert, Foots the King brought it up. Like it was a point in the game where Cooks ran the comeback and it was an automatic drop. And then in the very next play, they run the comeback with Tolbert and it was a catch. So there could be some nuance there that we're not using correctly. And I feel like having a guy like Flournoy, who's we've seen it in preseason, he can run the drag routes across the middle of the field. He can run the comebacks. He can run the end breakers. And he has the body to absorb the contact. But you don't believe me. Why it's important to move CD around. Let's get into the film then. So listen, I got a combination of the Colts film and what's the Steelers film. So here, I got right now, we see right here at these slots, the slot position, Josh Downs is going to work and get into the zone. Now the Steelers defense is very much formidable, but they have weak points in the zone, and I believe it's in the middle of the field. I believe the game plan should be to work CD in the middle of the field with a combination of Ferguson. There's only so much you can do when you move, because they're gonna. Let's face it, the teams are going to try to take away CD, and it's easy to do it when you keep him out there on the wideout. You can just roll the coverage to him. Why not take the fight to him, McCarthy? Why not let CD be a decoy sometimes, or let him sneak or hide him behind it? Here's Pittman working in the middle of the field. Pittman, look at him. He gets to the soft point of his zone. Look how he gets to the soft point of his zone right here, man. It's because they have a high level concept. Look. I believe it's the the linebackers are not getting deep enough, and he's not seeing this. Now that there's a weak point in his own. You don't believe me? I know this may be like a sticky zone, but this is 2023. We used to do stuff like this. Now I know CD's line up wide right here, but we motion Ferguson out wide, right? Now in terms, look at the safety. I know they're in man. Look at the safety though. When we create matches like this for CD thrives in this environment. CD thrives in finding and getting into the blind spots of the defense. He's doing it in man. Y'all remember this catch? He's doing this in man. But I love how when we motion Ferguson out, now he's the number one. Now we didn't turn that outside corner to a slot corner. Now he got to be able to fight in a phone booth, move them feet in the phone booth. And CD, he's a dynamic receiver. That's just one example. Let's go to the next example. All right, Pittman again. Here they go. Like here's like a doubles bunch. We need to get more than this. If we can do this, get a combination of this, I feel like Flournoy can be very much helpful in this. Because I'm telling you, look at this zone. Look at these zones, man. They're soft in these zones, man. Middle of the field. We can get CD involved right here, man. I'm trying to tell you. Here we go right here. This is what I really want them to run. I want to see this more often versus teams who have weak zones. Look at this. They're in like a trips bunch set, right? This is why it's hard to defend this in the zone. I'm not even like I'm giving y'all knowledge, and I'm a trenches guy. Listen, when they're in the zone, it's important that they know who's the number one, the number two, number three. Now I believe they count. Comment in the chat if I'm wrong, but they count the number one from like this outside in, right? So the wide outs the number one, right now the two, and then the tight end can be counted as a number three. This is important because when you have a zone like this, they have certain rules on, say if they're in cover two, this corner, if this number one takes a flat route, he has to get sticky. If the number two, runs off, or he runs off, now like the safety has to carry whatever the deepest route is. But too many times I see in the Steelers film, especially versus the Colts, like I said, Flacco's in the game. Look at that. That delayed action with the tight end. That's I know you thought it was just a two-man concept, but that's actually a trip set. And look at them. They lose downs in the zone. They lose downs. They lose them. He can get behind it. We can do something like this with CD. We gotta look at that. I can only imagine Jake Ferguson, Hunter Lukey right here on the line. Look, run the flat route. Tolbert, run off the safety. CD, get right there. Or reverse it. CD, run off the safety. Tolbert, run the out route. Get behind the zone. Dak find it. See what I'm saying? You don't believe it? We've done it before. We've done it before. 2023. 2023. I know, what a great year. A lot of people got paid this year. Look how we do it. Trips bunch set. We're going to motion CD from the number 3 receiver to the number 1. To the number 1. Defense is in it. They're bumping. They're in zone. You see how they're bumping? They're in zone. You got them thinking. Now they got to actually know their rules. But guess what? CD just running a simple wheel route. He gets behind the defense. CD, look. You know what's the difference between a vet and CD? CD would have stopped right there and allowed the cornerback to even make a play. But no, Dak tells him, no, keep going in that zone right there. Keep going in that zone right there, CD. Boom. Whole shot. Here we go. And then just to top it all off, like, y'all, I kept seeing this all week, man. Cooks, we had him whenever we run a crack toss or a toss play, power toss play. We had little old Cooks, tiny itty bitty Cooks, cracking on Brian Burns, y'all, a defensive end. Now, shout out to Cooks, but this week that's going to be right here. 0 is going to be TJ Watt, a Watt brother, and I don't know if cracking on him would have worked. Why not put Flournoy right there? You better not put Jalen Brooks right there, McCarthy. Put Flournoy right there and let that big body crack. Because Flournoy cracking is going to even get in the way of the D-tackle. Like, you may even catch a linebacker, or like when Flournoy cracking, you help the offensive line. There is a natural cutback. This cutback lane may be big as hell because, especially if we can get up to the next level, Flournoy cracking. Look at this lane right here. I can only imagine this can be like easily a 20-yard game. Easily a 20-yard game. Easily a 20-yard game. I'm just saying. That's the difference in nuances that we've been making it hard on our team, man. And I feel like we need to change that. We need to change that. We've been making it harder than what it seems. I'm finding out more and more as I get in this community space that how I don't know why we haven't called up Flournoy to begin with anyway. I'm sorry. Jalen Brooks is just too small. We should have been called him up, but here in Cowboy land, you gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait your turn. There's some type of merit and everything like that. So I know Cowboys Nation, some sad news, some sad, unfortunate situation came out of nowhere, but I'm telling you, we've been waiting on Flournoy's chance, and I feel like he can really unlock this offense. And then McCarthy wants to keep being stubborn and do what he do. Here's some ways he can continue to be stubborn but get creative as well, especially this week, man. That's been my time, y'all. I love y'all. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to the video and check out the preview of the entire Pittsburgh and Dallas Cowboys, breakdown, man. But until that's been my time, man. Peace.